Shin and Gon. Oh my god, I love this soundtrack. It's so good.
Hey, Killua's meeting Mama Gon. Granny Gon.
Dude, this soundtrack is amazing. It fits the mood perfectly. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
He's taking a bath outside the bathtub. only Killua.
Oh, damn, that does.
Oh, and I feel bad because Killua like never feel this before. So if it's gonna hit him,
he's gonna.
Oh my god.
This is home cooking.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, as all grown boys need to do.
Yep.
Eat those taters.
Damn, he's a whole sandwich on a fork.
Dude, I
gotta love it. They split him.
Dude.
These two.
You can't get any better than this. Oh,
Dude, and Mama Gon out here, Mito-san. She's a G. Oh yeah, he can show her the license.
She's like, I'm rich. My God, this makes me so happy.
Yeah, I'm so happy that Killua was here too, because like I want him to have this wholesomeness.
Yeah, he needs to experience this. Dude, something bad better not happen to these kids during this. This needs to be just a happy little yes.
Yeah, I'm down for just a wholesome 2 episodes.
100%.
Damn. Sometimes you forget that Gohan was basically Tarzan before he started his journey.
Oh, he's teaching him.
That's so dope. Yes. Teach him how to fish. Oh, that's some soul food right there, bro. That's good for the soul. Damn, bro, they got the whole jungle in harmony already. One episode. Grandma just knitting.
Oh my God, please.
Oh.
And something bad better not happen. I will be so upset.
I'll be
Please.
Stop it. Uh. Oh no. It's unfair, bro.
Dude, I can't.
The cuteness is fucking. Oh my god. Oh.
Yo.
Yo.
The good gets gooder. The good gets gooder. I'm ready. Wait, what?
Oh. Damn, it's a dope bike. Oh, she was so cute.
She was. Oh, yes. It looks like Gohan. Jesus.
Girl, you just telling it like it is.
Please give her a hug, Goon.
Facts.
She deserves a hug. God, the soundtrack,
Dude,
bro.
like award. This is how you do it with a song.
This is.
This is how you fucking do it.
This is.
Like if you're somebody making a show and like you only have like 2 OSTs in your show and you're like, can I get like a lot of usage out of it? 100, take notes. Like this is
100%.
Fuck, dude.
And it's so good.
It's so well done. Oh, dude. There's fucking way too much wholesomeness in one episode.
Dude, it's amazing. Do you have to use like Nen to open it?
Ooh, maybe. Damn. Damn, Kilo a little ripped. Okay.
Yeah, facts. Oh, I kind of forget he can like move 1,000,000-pound doors with like his pinky.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, it's Nen. You got to do it. Come on, Killua. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. Yep, come on.
Yeah, he's
Come on. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's getting there. Oh, the way shines off light. Yep, come on. Yeah. Yes, you do. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
This is why we love
I was
GON.
not expecting
This
that.
is why you love GON. Oh, 110%. God damn it, GON. There's no one like you.
Oh, the Hunter card.
There's no one like you. Hey, oh, damn. It's a little epic as fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, is it going to be... What?
Another box. Some Russian doll situation. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, so there's like objects that can be imbued with Nen.
I guess so.
And
well,
that, like,
yes.
or binds them together. Ah. Gon's like, now we use the card, right?
Ooh.
Damn. Some dope ass ish.
Oh, it's got those engravings. Oh, in case like implodes after listening to it.
Damn, Killua really on the up and up here, bro.
I mean, yeah, he is a master assassin.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that recon comes in. I just really hope copying it doesn't mess it up. Oh, please tell me we know what it says.
That's his voice.
I need more. No, don't give me the. I don't want it. I don't want it to end.
Sorry, it's just the first episode of the watch.
Nope, I'm unsatisfied. I don't care if the ED is a slap. No, I need this next episode like now. I'm sorry.
Woo! Oh, damn.
Reply from Dad. Yes.
Here we
yes,
go.
Yes. Get ready for this riddle shit.
And the 4 eagles croak at midnight. What the fuck? Just say hi.
Just say hi, Dad. You love me. Okay. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited. Come on.
Oh.
I'm a little bit worried about the little bit that he said so far, but still, I'm excited.
These birds like, oh, we're getting out of here. I don't want to. Wow. What the fuck? Oh, shit. That's the man?
Huh? Huh?
What? Why is he riding a beast that's riding a larger beast?
Because it's the only way that makes sense.
This is very weird. What? Oh, fuck. You damn right she is.
Oh, is Killer, we going to keep on listening?
Yeah, probably. Oh. Oh, so it can't be copied? Holy crap. What? Yeah. What the fuck? Damn. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, maybe you can kill one.
Yeah, I was going to say. You should have did that while you were listening there, my guy. Mhm. It's 3 generations old. Ooh.
Bruh.
Bro, if we find out what everything is in this little box, I'm going to be so happy. Oh.
That would be dope.
All right, PS4.
Obviously, the hottest PC on the market right there. It's just like his favorite video game. Like, it's got nothing to do with anything. Yeah, I was really fucking good at Super Monkey Ball.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the games are like them titles are. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Green Island.
Greed. Yeah, if it doesn't delete itself again.
Yeah, maybe pull it out of the console before you start playing it next time, too. Hmm. Jesus.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, it's true. We didn't email the devs. Good luck with that. Look at that phone.
Hmm.
Yeah, but doesn't his hunter license give him like untold access to money?
That's what I thought. But I guess there's a limit. But who do we know that is?
Kurapika? Oh. Well. Who this?
Oh, Godo.
Oh.
Godo. I wasn't expecting him.
Yeah.
Oh, Piggy. The Chunker.
Oh.
Yeah, that's who I figured.
Of course he would.
Mm. Of course. Oh, my God. Of course.
He's. Killer was priceless. Yeah, very busy.
Oh, he's doing some reverse psychology on him. Ah.
This guy looks so serious.
But they kind of need the memory card.
No, not necessarily. The memory card was just to tell them the name of this game. Now they need to find a
Was
viable.
it just to tell them the name of the game, though? I feel like there would be.
The card, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there might be something. I don't know. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Copy.
They made. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Mm. Oh,
There
wow.
you go.
Ironically.
That's what sends them there. Yep. All paths lead to the same destination here.
Make that stew.
Chop them veggies.
Chop them veggies, making that stew. You know it's gonna taste good on the island. A house above. Oh my God, it's gonna fall off. Please don't. Oh no. Oh no.
This man's a tech wizard. Oh my
It
lord.
Probably wasn't the best idea giving him a copy. Hmm.
Dude, Mito-san, S plus, bro. S fucking plus.
Yep, she saw him holding the box and was like, he's going to be out.
Hey.
Itadakimasu.
Beautiful. And they're off.
My fucking head my fucking face, dog.
We were about to like headbutt.
I was about to be like, yeah, and I was just like, boom. Every time.
Oh, that's too good. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
My life is complete.
Fidgety Fook. Oh, where does one begin?
Oh, no, I'm complete. That's all I needed in life.
So first off, first episode, I mean, well, really both of them, but like this one was a little bit more about like the plot and analytical stuff. But altogether, wholesome as wholesome can be. I mean, just by definition, that stuff was getting Gon and Killua to like have a talk where it's like, hey, what are you doing? And it's like, let's travel together. And it's like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's like, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to think 10 years ahead. Like right now, in the here, the now, I'm having fun with you. You're having fun with me. Like, let's, you know what I mean? I'll look for my dad. You look for what you want to do, you know? But if we're having, like, why cast that aside when that's the only thing that both of us want? And then getting to hook back up with Mito-san, you know, I love that dynamic. I love the dynamic, you know, where it's like when he's listening to the tape in the later episode and Gin is about to, or Gin, right?
Gin.
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 Is about to like tell Gon, he's like, oh, keep listening if you want to hear more info about your real mom. And then he like stops it because he's like, no. That's because she's put up with like so much, and not like put up in with that like Gon's been a brat, but like, you know, she's gone through a lot, and like just with Gin and trying to, you know, raise Gon, and like it means so much to her and by extension us that like Gon does understand that, you know, that he is able to identify and acknowledge that. Like when she like goes to bring them food in the forest and hears him talking, like, you know what I mean? He does know what she's put up with just in raising him. And then, you know, obviously he learns, you know, what she's gone through with him just by growing up with his father and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that shit's really cool. And like, I love even more so that Killua got to be here for it, that he got to see it. Cause you know, like we're saying, this is a world that is literally unknown to him. He's never been around a family that like just hangs out with each other and, you know, just cares about, you know, each other all the time, and it's really nice.
It is. To the point about his mother, I do like his mindset, although I can't help but feel Like, all right, half of it might be me as a viewer wanting to know more about Gon's mom as well. But I guess from the other perspective that Gon may not be seeing is that I'm sure it's just on hard. I mean, we know nothing about his mother, so this is all conjecture. But I would assume, like most mothers, if their child was taken away from them from any circumstance that might have been out of their hands, I'm wondering where she stands on that. And not that it's harsh. Honestly, it's justifiable why Gon feels the way he does. I just can't help that his real mom was probably shortchanged in the matter of her child was taken away from him because of some circumstance that probably was against what she wanted. I had a big assumption, but I'm assuming she didn't want him to be taken away, but something led to that. And I'm sure she is, trying to deal with that day by day. And it's probably done a lot of damage to her in the matter of she wants to see her kid, and she's, the fact that Gon wasn't raised by his actual mother is just as hard as the fact of this mother having a kid and not being able to raise her child. And I'm sure it was against her will of what she wanted, contrary to maybe Jin, Gon's father, being the one who continued. Like, I don't feel like his mother has the same mindset of his father. And that's just my thought on how it is. And I am curious to when we do meet her, hopefully, that maybe Gon is open-minded to accepting her in the circumstances that had happened, and seeing it from a different perspective.
I feel like the thing is, if Gon's mom was probably the better, let's just say the better of the two parents here in terms of being like a parental unit.
Yeah, big assumption too.
Yeah. But like she could also literally be dead. Like we don't even know if she's
100%.
alive.
Yeah.
So in that case, like, because I'm trying to think, okay, if Gon's mom was like was like probably the more preferable person as a parent, as a parental guardian, like why'd he end up with the dad? And I'm like, the only reason he could have ended up with the dad is if the mom was in a situation where she literally could not have raised Gon. So that tells me that she's either dead or she was in a situation where she was either about to be kidnapped, she had been kidnapped, like she was that. So I don't know if, like, I guess what I'm getting at is I don't know if raising Gon, like, sure, it might have, again, this is presuming she's still alive, wherever, if she is somewhere, that it might be eating up at her that, like, oh, I had to give up my kid, but, like, she might not have had any alternative. And I'm sure if Gon meets her again and she explains that, again, this is presuming that she's still alive because she could totally be dead. That's one thing. But I guess my point is I don't know if, I like you were saying, and I know you were saying you get why Gon's thinking this too, but for all intents and purposes, Gon might even just believe or buy into that she's dead. Like she has no, until it's revealed that she's alive, I guess, at least to us, the viewers, I have no reason to assume that she's alive, and therefore, at least in terms of Gon's life, she's kind of been dead in Gon's life. Like at least with his father, as distant as he's been, like there is contact in a way, you know what I mean, through the tape and. Like,
well, I guess a couple things that I say, and I don't want to assume that she's dead, mainly because of the context that we were given from Jin, which was him saying that, I forget his words, even though we just saw it, you said there was a separation. So that doesn't, to me, with that word, assumes that it wasn't death being the separation, although it could be. And not only that, him alluding to that there's more information about his mother in which Gon stopped the tape, you could also say that would be death, but it could also be the other way. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket either way. I do get with Gon what he's saying in terms of she didn't raise me. However, circumstantially, it might have been, it seemed to be, it seemed completely out of her hands depending on the situation. And that situation might be overwhelmingly justifiable, similar to what I would say like an adoption case or something like that, where, you have kids who have an inclining to see, although I'm not speaking on behalf, I'm just going off of like a very generic statement, but something like that where circumstantially there was no option, even though there might have been, that maybe there physically wasn't, and that depends on the situation. I wouldn't want him to be completely closed-minded to that, because at the end of the day, it's not taking into consideration her possible feelings on the subject, especially if it was out of her hands, which might be affecting her. But ultimately, that comes on finding more information and wanting to know more about Gon's mom. But I completely understand his situation in terms of Mito-san being the one that raised him, because she is the one that raised him, and by all intents and purposes is his mother. It's just wanting more information about the story, and there's something about it that feels like it's almost a cheap way to be like, yeah, she died, that's why it was the way it is. I almost feel like there has to be something there, or maybe some sort of sacrifice until like she had to die to let her son live on or something. Like there's more to that story that I feel like is the most important thing, and I don't want to just be like, well, she's probably dead and chalk it up to that, because I feel like, well, I mean, we know there's more to that, but like I just want more. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious. At the end of the day.
No, that definitely makes sense. It's more about what we end up finding out about her.
That is true, if anything.
Yeah. I do. So the other thing, do like that we got all these like little tidbits from him. We got Gin specifically. We got the the box that he leaves for GON, which it was a nice callback to the little like trinket thing that Wing used. Like we now know that there's like materials and devices, I guess, in the world that like sort of can reciprocate Nen and like use it, even after, like even if the person's not actively like pouring Nen into it or whatever, which is kind of cool. And we learned that he gave them the cassette tape, which had like this initial information on it, which then was also kind of crazy because you can apparently use Nen. You can like imbue objects with Nen like long after you're physically with the item. And like I didn't know that he was going to be able to use Nen to rewind and erase the tape. You know what I mean? Like that was.
So I think that's it's an interesting tie to how it's designed, because if you remember back to even the steel plates on the box, it almost looked like or like a circuit board or like a motherboard in terms of like having different, different wiring or different architecture in terms of where things go. So I'm wondering if with Nen, you're able to physically program objects similar to like how a computer would work, where like once if this command or whatever happens, this is what happens after X period of time. Or like, it's almost like a bunch of statements that you're able to program into a device that's almost like a Nen computer. And it's like, it can follow whatever you want it to do after said thing happens. It'll be like latent until it's activated.
No, that's definitely.
I just wonder the extent of that it could be done. Like what you could do with it.
Well, so that's what, because I in my head, I had always thought that like, I mean, they make it a point to be like, Nen is like your aura, basically, right? It is your body, energy that is found within your body. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess, making this connection between like energy, how well and like this aura from in your body plays well with like physical objects, especially stuff incredible that's as technical as like technology. I'm like, how does the like basically how does the computer understand what Nen is doing or saying?
Exactly. Which is interesting.
So which is very
especially
interesting.
Do something as specific as that.
That's what I mean.
Like are you just thinking it in your mind, like when this done, it's going to stop, and it's like, okay, like we know this is your aura, it's going to perform like no matter the physical capabilities, because it also deleted the other.
How does the cassette player like know to specifically delete that stuff and not just like blow up? You know what I mean? Like, so that's interesting that Nen can be used that specifically. I have a feeling, well, obviously that's going to be used later or called back to later. And like they said at the end of this, now we have if just meeting up with Kurapika and Leorio wasn't one, now we have another reason to be going to York New City, because that's where this next lead comes with the Greed Island game. It is, and I always forget, like, every time they say something in the show where they're like, oh, this costs like $1 billion or whatever, I'm like, that's fucking insane. But then like a second later, I'm like, they made like $8 billion at the Heavens Arena.
800 million.
Yeah, it's like making money to them is not going to be the same kind of problem that it is to like a regular person.
It's not working a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, exactly.
Although your life is a little bit on the line. But
yeah. So yes, now we're going. I'm assuming we're going to York New City next. I already see the thumbnail for the next episode as my boy Kurapika in it. So I'm hoping we're getting some Kurapika backstory, or like not backstory, but like some info, some deets on where he's been, what he's up to, because I'm assuming that all three of these kids, Killua, GON, and Kurapika were tested, with like the last exam. So I'm curious. I wonder if it's how much it's gonna go into, like if Kurapika, like how he handled his last exam, because obviously he's gonna pass it. So, I'm curious to see that. I'm also wondering when these kids are going to unlock their Nen abilities. Like, I don't know how the Nen, I guess, training process works for every hunter. Like, let's take like Hisoka, for example. I don't know how long it took for Hisoka to get to the stage wherever it was where he like learned about Nen. Like, let's say to the stage GON and Killua were at, to where now he's like utilizing it in this form or version of thing called the bungee gum. Yes. So I'm wondering, where, like, if it's a thing of like GON and Killua, whoever, like they got to be put into like a fight, like a life or death scenario, and then it like the ability awakens, as like a manifest of that like fight or flight. Yeah. Or maybe if they just keep practicing, I don't know.
I'm trying to think about this game. I wonder if that is where what you're talking about. I wonder if it ties into the game somehow, because we know it is a game for hunters. It's a hunting game for hunters. So I'm trying to really understand the significance of honestly buying this game and playing it, other than the fact that there's saves from his father on there, because I mean, it's a game. So I'm like, really, I'm trying to think it might be almost like a simulation type deal that maybe tells you how to break through other worlds of Nen and utilize it in different ways, or really what? Because I'm just trying to find a justification for the importance of them playing this game, because like I'd be hard pressed to be like, it's clues on where we're gonna find him, because obviously he doesn't want you to find him, and I'm curious on what information you can physically get from this game off of his saves, other than just watching him play games or seeing what he did. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on it, but I'm assuming maybe that it's so sought out by hunters because it's able to allow them to unlock something within themselves through playing it that they wouldn't be able to do by normal means, and that's why there was such a limited amount. And like there has to be some.
I think that just based off of Gon's dad's message that he left him, you know, which was just him being like, yeah, like if you want to find me, cool, but like I'm kind of a selfish prick, and like I'm just still doing my own thing. If you want to find me, you got to catch me, type beat. Which is like, all right, dude. But it like just from that, it's like, okay, Gon, you know, so that's the one thing if we want to cling to. Gon's dad is probably a pretty selfish and like, you know, desire chasing person, right? Like he's going after his own things. He's doing what he wants over what anybody else wants. So that leading a person like that to a place called Greed Island leads me to assume that that Greed Island is a physical place. This game, if you beat it, gives you either coordinates or some sort of intel to find this place, Greed Island. Like normal hunters can't just go. Greed Island, if you don't know about this game, is off the map. It doesn't even exist. Once you find and beat this game, you are given the location to this place called Greed Island, which I'm going to assume is some place that either promises or gives you in some way, shape, or form some type of new power, ability, or maybe it's sort of like, in a weird way, to link this again, Tower God type beat, where it's like you go to Greed Island, if you like beat it or conquer it, you're given any one wish. You know what I mean? Because that feels like something that would appeal to the kind of person that Gon's dad seems to be, where it's like, I'm after me. I just want what I want. It's like, oh, come to Greed, like, oh, there's this place called Greed Island. They said they'll literally give me anything I want if I can like conquer the island or whatever. So I'm thinking, because that's what my hunter instincts are saying, is that this Greed Island game, that it's tied to a place, that it's a test basically. This game is like you have to beat the game or something, and then once you do, you're given like, you know, like I said, coordinates, or maybe you're given like intel on how to get to a physical place. Maybe the place isn't even called Greed Island, but like you know, whatever. You're given intel on how to get to a physical place where you go, and then it's like, again, sort of akin to the hunter exams, where it's like, you know, the people on Greed Island are the top shit because you have to beat the game, which is a life or death scenario just to get the game. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, which would make sense, because I'd assume that would allude to the island that they did show Ging on when he was riding the dragon. When he was riding the monster, who was riding a dragon.
Yeah, that could be
where that might be Greed Island or Greed Island in a sense. So that actually does make sense. Yeah, it's just
Also, can we talk about the fact that Gin was riding what it looked like some lizard thing,
some lizard monster
on a dragon.
Yeah, hey man, Greed Island. It's whatever you want it to be, I guess.
Like I have both a lizard and a dragon. Why would I not use them both?
Le dragon. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make sense that could be Greed Island. Although it's weird how he would give them such like a clue to go find him after he doesn't want him to find him. I don't know. Unless there's a weird desire.
I gotta be honest. I haven't really figured this dude out. Like I don't know if it's
weird.
like he's like, oh, I don't want to be found, but like low key wants to be found, or if he's kind of like trying to give, like, because Gon's his son, benefit of the doubt, like trying to give him as many breadcrumbs as he can, and then if Gon is capable, he can piece it together and get, because that's my thing, is I wonder if it's like, okay, Greed Island is such a, like, you know, hole in the wall type place that just knowing about it is literally entirely separate from if you can get there, you know, because like they were saying, they're like, oh yeah, this game, it's super rare and stuff, but it's also like a rumor. Like most people don't even believe it's a real thing. So it's like, I wonder how much of it is like, yeah, you know the name, but that's literally like a quarter of the trail.
Yeah, and I mean, it does make sense a little bit, or it does make sense on Jin's part in terms of not wanting to see his son, because he wasn't there for his whole life, because it's probably, I mean, it's guilt for him not being there and, you know, following his own selfish needs. So I understand like the hoops that he's going through. It's just weird where if it's like, all right, if you really didn't want him to see you, like, stop leaving breadcrumbs. Like you're making it apparent that there's a little part of you that's like, please find me.
Yeah.
you know, but like I do understand the lengths that he's going through, although I must say it is a little ridiculous, or I should say completely ridiculous. So, you know, come on, guy, but whatever, you know, I get it. People do their own thing.
Yeah,
but thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, these are really dope. I'm hoping, I don't know, like I said, I know we're gonna get into, or I'm assuming we're gonna get into some Karapika stuff next episode, but I wonder how long before the actual Your Canoe City arc starts. But mad looking forward to it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. And fuck yeah, can't wait. All right, folks, it's going to do it for this week's Hunter x Hunter episodes. If you like these reactions, which I remember the first episode that we watched of these two, I wasn't even like saying a lot. I was so quiet just because I was like taken aback by the wholesomeness. Dude. Like I didn't even have anything to say.
That was amazing.
But yeah, these were really dope. If you guys enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe over here to the AOA Reacts, because we are going through the entire Hunter x Hunter show. This is it. We're in it for the long haul. I think we're gonna have to start getting some Hunter x Hunter merch.
Oh, dude, I will.
We're gonna have to start rocking some rep to represent our boys.
Ooh, it's some excuse to spend some money that I don't have.
Facts.
Oh, let's do it. Sounds awesome.
And don't forget to head over to the AOA show, because at the time of recording this, we just recorded our Hunter x Hunter tier list, which is covering the first 2 arcs of Hunter x Hunter. We're also gonna be doing a Hunter x Hunter review of those 2 arcs as we progress through further in the show, and you're only gonna be able to watch those videos on the AOA show channel. So head over there, like, comment, and subscribe to those videos and that channel, because we not only cover Hunter x Hunter content, but anime content as a whole. Tons of different anime, comics, manga, manhwa, you name it. If it's remotely related to anime, we'll probably get to it at some point. But with that said, guys, thank you.
Catch you later. Peace.
Ninjas and samurais, blazing the kunais. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly. They like what you saying. Goma got more through the storylines. I tested your neck from the start. My hunters gon' come for your heart. I promise you'll land in my boulevard. Left them in one piece, no.